Hello and welcome back to more games between Chris and DauT on this best of 21. DauT now 3 games in a lead, the last 2 games very strong for him. And we are on Nomad and we have the civilization Persians. Chris going with a TC on the wood line. Doesn't have too much food here. He's got a boar down there on the left side. 2 more boars. He might find those later on. Got 2 sheep already. And 1 goat on the far side, but close to the water. Not too good. Also stone here, which can be attacked from water. Another stone close to the water. Doesn't have too much gold available to him. At the same time, DauT going on this hill on the right hand side. He's built a dog. Very nice position here. Chris for now skipping the dog actually. Let's see where he's going. He's sending a sheep here. Got the 3 villagers on the TC. I think he had more sheep before. Not sure if DauT stole those now, but not enough food for Chris at this point. Let's see DauT, main stone close to him. Main stone, that's bullshit. 2 deer close, and does he have boars anywhere? I don't see any right now. Wow, look at this. That's paradise on Nomad, like a TC here. Sheep, another gold, berries, 3 boars, and a few deer. But nobody here. The players on the bottom, on the south side, on the left side, and don't have too much food yet. Let's see what can DauT see. Does he see any more food? He can see the coastline, but he's got the first fishing ship out, second one coming out as well. Doesn't see any boars yet. Only now taking a sheep. And Chris, quite similar. Can see a boar now. That's good for him. He's gonna send a villager, I think, as soon as he realize this, or as soon as he's gonna have enough. Is he sending a villager scout right now? Not happening. Not sure how to play Nomad. I'm really Nomad noob, and so excuse me my mistakes that I'm telling here. Both players have fishing ships out and sheep for Chris scouting more. I'm gonna find the 2 boars maybe and the gold here. For now, let's see, can Chris see any gold actually, because there's not much gold close to him. You can see the deer here, and he might see it being taken later on, but no gold for Chris, and it's not looking good. DauT can see 1 gold, 2 gold, number 3 now, he knows that there's more sheep. 3 golds for DauT, but all the golds on the top side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 golds. TC somewhere around here, it would be amazing. Chris is gonna find the gold, hopefully. DauT will have to move a little bit to the north here. He's got a few stone piles close to him. Might see towers come up, but really I don't want to see a tower war here. Of course, in Nomad you can see anything. Now Chris is sending a villager. DauT still sending sheep, building a house. Now he's got a villager here taking the deer. Let's see if Chris can see that. No, he can't. And building a house very close here. He actually can not see the TC yet. He might run his villager into the TC. Villagers, DauT has 2 more villagers, but Chris got a boar in, and he's found 2 more. I think he's gonna go for those. That's not too far, and he's gonna have loom. Chris will not find DauT's TC. I think he doesn't have any clue where it is. He might think it's somewhere close to him, but that was only the villager who was taking the sheep. And DauT can see the house, maybe. Let's see. He cannot see the house for Chris yet, but he might see it very soon. Fishing ships, we have 7 and 8 fishing ships out in play. Nobody close to feudal age yet. Actually, Chris' resources looking good now, and he's going for another boar maybe. Let's see, I think he's sending a villager there. Yeah, there we go. Chris actually with the better start apparently. DauT doesn't have too much food available to him. He hasn't had any boars. He's got only the 1 deer here, and it's a very slow start for both players. You don't want to have slow starts, but you can't really do anything against it. If you have a TC spot and you have to play the game, it's happening. DauT still very low in food. Chris up to feudal age on 27 population. That's 18 villages only, but he's going to be up first, and I think he's going to take water control. He's found the gold. He's not going for the 2 boars here. I'm not sure why. Maybe he doesn't need them. Maybe he's saying I have enough fishing ships out and a good dog position as well. I can skip the boars. Both players have a villager out to scout here. Still a few sheep running around. Of course, players finding more sheep. Now Chris can see that there's a lot of deer in the boar here, but he knows, yeah, DauT is not anywhere close because he would have taken those. And let's see, Chris still, oh no, he can see the house now for DauT. Still doesn't know that he's there, but he could see the trees, I think. Chris knows where DauT is. DauT probably can assume that Chris is somewhere on the left hand side because it's the only part that he hasn't scouted. And he can see the mining camp as well with the fishing ship. So should be okay. DauT only now up to feudal age, while Chris while Chris is up to feudal. Going galleys now. Second and third dog are up. That's those. And galley production is starting. Does Chris know about the dog here? Yeah, he could see it. He scouted it as well. And Chris only needs to make sure that he can take go. I'm sorry, you can take golds. Let's see where the villager is going. A few more houses being built. DauT is in the gold in the north. That's the closest to him. Not sure how much can he see here. Doesn't see all the golds. I think he's missing one. Yeah. We might see a fight here later on. But first, DauT might lose a few fishing ships here. Chris is on his dogs, first fishing ship going down, second going down. Chris is microing this, good job for him, sending more galleys as we speak. Let's see what DauT is going to do, how he's going to react. Resources looking good for him. He might try and go FC, he's got a lot of sheep now on the TC, which he doesn't need at this point. 4 dogs actually coming up for DauT, yeah, it's huge, and he is... The score lead still amazing. Being later, losing a lot of fishing ships, but he's gonna go aggressive on water as well. While he will probably wall this on the sides, needs to make sure that he can take gold. This might be a problem later on. If Chris is realizing that there's the 5 golds here, might see the fight here. For now, you don't have too much scouting information. Barracks coming up for Chris at this point. DauT losing the last fishing ships here. He sent a few to the back here, and now going for a lot of galleys. He might start and harass the gold. It would be good for him. He's got 4 galleys out in play. Fletching is not done yet. Archer range coming up for Chris. Now he's taking the hill. Actually, players are pretty close towards another. And this hill might be very important later on. What can Chris see about the gold? He can maybe Palisade scouted the gold here. You can see that it's being taken. Blacksmith up, and an outpost here. You can see more gold at this point. He knows that DauT is here with the dogs. He can see a lot of galleys and might kill... no, not going to kill anything else. Chris probably needs to switch for more galleys at this point. Resources very low here, both on 31 villages, and DauT 400 food in the bank, looking good. Will be able to go to Castle Age earlier if he can stay on these resources, if he doesn't need them. And now he's found the gold, no, he didn't find it, but he is attacking the gold. And Chris has to go to the north. He's going there immediately, having 2 outposts here. Now the fight will move to the north side here except for the water maybe. Let's see what Chris is actually doing. Is sending 2 archers, 5 archers. You can see the TC now, and DauT has not walled this, so Chris is gonna try and go in, get a few kills maybe. Stonewall coming here up immediately. That's good for DauT. Very smart decision. Wants to make sure that he can take the gold, but Chris, I think, hasn't seen the gold mine. Instead is going around trying to get a few more villages. Let's see if DauT can wall this in time. I think it's not happening. Chris hiding his fishing ship. Good job. DauT has the water control here, and Chris maybe going around next to the wood line here. DauT only now going to the barracks. Nice tower here for Chris, and another tower coming up for Chris here. The fight is moving to the golds already. Villager fight here. I think Chris should fight villages here, and no, DauT should fight villages, not try to get the tower because it's going down very fast. Same time, he has to move his lumber camp again because the archers on this hill. Very good job for him. DauT's still in the score lead somehow, but Chris with a very good position, I think. DauT resources looking good. Chris still low on food, but is investing into feudal age army, and he's trying to push now. Going 1, 2, 3, 4 archer ranges, even more houses coming up for him, and he's losing the last of his fishing ship. No, not yet. There are still a few fishing ships alive. DauT has water control though, and this is actually huge for him. He's managed to get the tower up. He's gonna kill the villages now. Chris is not reacting here, and DauT somehow managed to defend the push. Problem for him is there's a lot of archers now inside his base. He's doing skirmishes and engaging with villagers. You can't do this in feudal age, of course, because the archers are not really strong against villagers. Of course, good for killing, but can also get killed really fast. Now the last fishing ship for Chris will go down. Chris is going around, but he's not going to find anything with his galleys. Still attacking the tower. A lot of idle units here for DauT. It's not getting any gold in. Chris very low on food. DauT still looking good, but doesn't have too much of a food income. He still has the fishing ships, but there's not too much fish left. Maybe should try and move a villager here, get more fish in the corner. But for now he has to defend at home. Few skirmishes out, but Chris with the better position here. And DauT taking gold again. A little bit of galley fighting happening. DauT is going to clear these galleys from Chris, I think. And I'm kind of feel it depends who is going to go early to Castle Age. Speaking of that, Chris is going in with the archers and skirmishers. Towers up for DauT. Good tower here. Chris standing under it, but the tower is still hitting a lot of units. Not sure DauT is losing a few villages maybe, but I still got one more villager. Very crazy game here. I guess that's what Nomadness is like, but I haven't seen the games because I'm not really a fan of Nomad. Looking good now for DauT again because he's killing all of Chris' army. DauT 20 population ahead. That's huge. He's still not up to feudal age. He's invested into skirmishes. Might go for market very soon. Doesn't have any yet. But Chris even far more away from farer, do you say that more far? Not sure. Away from Castle Age. So DauT in a very commanding position now. Still trying to beat the feudal archers and skirmishes for Chris. But Chris got the hill still, and he's gonna try and keep the hill, I think. Fully upgraded feudal age army for Chris. DauT missing the +1 defense upgrade, but I think he won't go for it too soon. Still taking gold as he wants, and we might see no market yet. A little bit of a water fight. Chris actually recovering water, interesting. He somehow managed to sneak around here, and DauT's galleys on the other side. DauT is going to lose a lot of fishing ships, but there's not too many fish to be taken actually. And I still think it's going to be up to the Castle Age fight here, because Chris can't really go in without losing a lot of military units, and DauT doesn't have the army to attack here, to raid. We see a little bit of a water fight still, but nothing major happening. And now both players waiting for the resources. DauT market finally up? No, not yet. Chris, no market either. Let's see what players are going to do now. Archers being created constantly, and another tower coming up. Maybe Chris wants to try and take the tower down, or maybe just intercept the wood line here. We might see the galley fight very soon. Both players are taking gold. Nobody's raiding any gold. There we go. Chris finally using his chance here. But second watchtower coming up for DauT. Immediately he's seen this. And he is going to have 2 towers here. I think Chris won't be able to deny this. And with 2 towers, the archers don't stand a chance. Oh, DauT, you have to get this up. Don't lose the villagers. That must be 89%. But it's amazing. Only 45 HP left. And we've got away. Oh, 95%. That's huge. Strong play by Chris, cutting DauT off gold, and this might be his great chance to take this game actually. DauT too slow with the tower here. Amazing, very good job for Chris here. DauT not managing to get this up. At the same time, his galleys in the back, in danger of losing the wood line. Now Chris a very good position actually. 100 population, 90 population for Chris, and still feudal age going on 32 minutes into the game. I guess that's what's happening on 1v1 Nomad. And let's see, Chris looking really strong here. Even got more villages now. DauT finally at the market. He's gonna buy his way up to Castle Age, and he's gonna try and survive long enough to get the superior army out. But without gold, it's really gonna be hard here, because I think DauT knows that that's the only gold he can take really. Chris' problem is DauT's TC on the hill, very nice position to defend here, losing a few archers, now sending villagers again to take more gold. Let's see what gold he can find. He can see this one as well. He's gonna finish the tower and then take gold as he wants. Same time, I think he should go for more archers, because now Chris with all his army under the TC won't really mind, because a lot of skirmishes in play here, and DauT might lose a lot of villages here in the long run. The galleys from Chris are destroyed by now. DauT's galleys took care of that. And big feudal age armies. Chris not closer to clicking up to feudal age, but not happening yet. Another mining camp, but I don't like the position here. Should have moved to 1 tile away. Chris now going back because 2 towers and a big army for DauT. DauT's still in the score lead somehow, although he's advancing to the Castle Age. I think once he reaches Castle Age and gets the Siege Workshop out, DauT will be in a very strong position. Might even go for a castle here, protecting the gold, maybe close to Chris' buildings. Could just block this if he wanted to. And And Castle Age will be incoming any second. How many archery ranges? There's 4 archery ranges for DauT. Going Elite Skirmisher, not going crossbows here actually. Instead Stable coming up. Do we see Siege Workshop somewhere? There we go, between the towers. We'll get a mangonel out. Now Chris knows I need to wait for Castle Age. I can't do anything before that. And DauT, really good defense here. Managed to stay in the game, although Chris looked very good. Got a lot of map control before. And now with the lead skirmishers, DauT is gonna go wherever he wants. He won't mind about towers, won't care about them, not even maybe about the hill advantage. Let's see, I think that's not the best fight for him. He's gonna lose a lot of units still, he's got only the +1 defense, but he's taking the fight anyway. And DauT with more military units, 35 to 45 now. Crossbowman is done as well, no +2 yet, it's coming in as we speak. And he's winning the fight actually, although he's on the bottom of the hill, losing maybe a few more units than Chris, and he's going back now, waiting for mangonels most likely. DauT has produced more fishing ships, he's fishing again, that's good for him, I guess that's what kept him alive. Got a lot of stone in the bank now, enough to build a castle here. And waiting for the mangonel, going to take care of the towers very soon. But Chris is up to Castle Age, and Chris is gonna go. Let's see, is he doing elite skirmishes as well? No, not happening actually. It doesn't have too much resources for that. Not even crossbowman. I think he's very low. What is he planning? Going for knights against elite skirmishers? Interesting decision. But DauT now in very good position. 50 volts compared to 45. Chris still 5 more villages, but DauT got the fishing ship out. Now Chris going with the fire ship. Very good decision here to take the fishing ship down. DauT hasn't seen this. And knights coming in. Town center on the gold. I hope DauT is going to be able to get this up. But there's 2 towers there. He shouldn't have too much of a problem. He's still losing villages though, because he's concentrating on the hill here, taking down towers. Mangonel's now hitting the tower as well. And Chris has to go back, has to move his army. The villagers are inside the tower, going to wait for the knights to fall. There we go. And that's a few knights here, but a lot of elite skirmishers and crossbows in the mix. I think Chris won't be able to fight this, especially since DauT has taken the hill again, is standing between the 2 buildings. There's still a good amount of knights. Chris going full knights, +1 defense, done, no bloodlines though. Of course expensive at this point in the game. And DauT still not going for the castle. Maybe he wants to get it up on this hill, be very strong for him, or on the golds here. Let's see, Chris going even more stable, is producing more knights as we speak. Game still going on, but DauT with a good score lead, 1k 8 points in the lead here, no 1k 6 actually. And Chris resigning at this point because he probably realized I can't take this hill back and my knights can't really do anything against this huge army. I have only 2 military units left, DauT on 44 military units, has taken water again, can still take gold, and is going to be able to get a castle up very soon. Also Chris not able to really do the damage in DauT space. Very interesting game, very strong defense by DauT here. Top level, I think that's really strong for him. I love to see these games, although it's Nomad, but Nomad can of course be fun. I don't like to play it, I said that before, but very strong play by those 2 players. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next game. See you in game that's 11 then. GG.